This is for all ages, and you can go ahead and sign up now at chalktoberfest.com. And I hope to see you on the square on October 11th.
Specifically learn about how we've worked with 670 nonprofits in 33 states to make their buildings more energy. With Georgia Aquarium, we've worked with Fox Theater and Fox Theater
for
Network.
Youth Villages, Georgia, and mental health is at a crisis level here.
Better than 80% of children that get precision medicine testing either get a different diagnosis, a different medical protocol, or important genetic
pictures and video from prior years, because ways that you can get double coverage.
Time where we could tell, through that person, a story of overcoming.
So Friday to preview something for the weekend, so you can say, hey, Friday morning at 9 a.m. we're gonna have an artist out here starting his work or his prep or whatever. Like, if you can get me somebody on a Friday and we can get your story on the air.
Out of the 80 artists, I will pick the most prominent artists from that 80 that we can highlight, and we can kind of lean into that artist that has, whether it's a big social media following or someone who's big in the local scene.
Very, very important, prices. The price, how much people will be paying, because they can't...
looked into, because we're always looking for, like, is that this week? Could we do it this week? Or is this a big feature we need to plan for?
Hey, this is Dan Wisenhunt, editor and founder of Decatorish. I am giving you a few things that I think make for a good pitch if you are a public relations professional. First and foremost, make sure you know who you're pitching to. If you're sending a pitch, remember that reporters like to write stories. And if it's not a story, i.e. it has human emotion in it, it has conflict, it's not going to rise to the level of our attention.
Our friends, I'm Katja Ridderbusch, independent journalist in Atlanta. Here are my 60-second tips for effective pitching. The main one really is the same as for journalists, and that is research, research, research. If you want to pitch a journalist directly, know their beat, know the trends they're reporting on. What type of reporting do they do? Is it news, feature, or enterprise? And it doesn't hurt to be familiar with the journalist's most recent work. Also, be specific. Provide sources that are not overused in the media already. And if it appears that a journalist does a lot of field reporting for their stories, like I do, share some ideas for cool locations. And lastly, have realistic expectations. Your pitch may take a few detours to reach the final product, so don't be frustrated.
First, an old boss of mine used to say RTFP. We won't get into what the F stands for, but the rest of it means read the paper. In other words, be very familiar with what we do and what we write about and what we don't write about. And I just advise reading our latest section for a couple of days and looking at what we put in the #1 and the #4 spot of our twice daily newsletters, morning and afternoon editions, which are our front pages. Second, you will vastly increase the odds that your story will be selected if you include high quality, high res art with it that's active, that maybe shows a picture of a product in action on the factory floor or a CEO in some sort of active pursuit, and not a Sears holiday photo.